Alright, we are back for round Uno, and that hand is lacking blue. I think it's still a keep. I do have, 3 lands to hit my land drops, a Ghost Warden on turn 2, and hopefully we'll be able to just hit those land drops. I'm just gonna put the chat in a slightly different way. Sorry about that. Alright. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. No. What is that? Hmm. Yeah, I know what I should do actually. This and okay, fine. Sorry about that. And we are in the game. Maybe. I just clicked F6, but nothing happened. Oh, finally. Alright. Alright, finally. As we are playing a red deck, which is not so surprising because there was quite a lot of good red cards during draft. Conclave was a good draw, obviously. Means I can play my Drake on turn 4, which is quite good. A Goblin Piker, alright, sure. Am I willing to trade my Warden for that? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just gonna take 2 if they attack, but they did not attack for some reason. Interestingly enough. Alright, let's play my Drake. So my opponent doesn't really have any good attack now that I have the Snapping Drake here. So I probably need to find some sort of removal. And next turn we can play Loxodon Mystic, which is a very good one. Twitch is fine, I guess. Should I attack with that? I think. Well, if I attack and boost, they take 4, and then I take 2 on the backswing if they don't have any removal or a counter, which I think is fine. If they do have something, it's a trade 4 for 4. I could also not attack with the not use the Ghost Warden. I might just do that actually. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do that. And now I'm going to play the Mystic. Hopefully it resolves. If it doesn't, slightly annoying, but counter spells are not that common, I would say. I guess I'm going to take 2 here. I should not F6 though, because of the disability. If they try to burn my Loxodon or something like that. Alright, that thing is mostly a 3 power flyer. So I could Twitch main phase and then I have the Mystic during their turn to tap this. Seems fine. I think I should have attacked with the Piker. I don't really want to train my Warden for that. Other option would be to dehydrate that thing and then pass the turn, tap this, and swing. Yeah, I think it's slightly better option actually. I like that a bit more. I don't really get to attack this turn, but it's actually fine. Because I don't want to trade my Snapping Drake for their Wind Rider. It just feels like I can apply pressure, so I'm just gonna, tap those things and beat down with the Drake. As they have another Wind Reader. Pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess now that I drew Bandage, I'm probably gonna attack. They will most likely not block because it's kind of obvious that I have something now. It's fine though. Should I pump my dude? So next turn I can tap both flyers and take 2 from the Goblin maybe? Or 1 I guess because of Bandage. Maybe I should keep Bandage around as some sort of trick. Alright. I also do have the the conclave that I could use. No, let's not do that. Let's tweak. I could. Well, I could have kept that and then, you know, untap my thing and block here. I think it's slightly risky though. So I think I'd rather just tap that thing. Yes, I'd like to tap that. Drawing Sift, which is very good. I guess I'm gonna take two. I mean, keeping Bondage around is, you know, it doesn't cost me a whole lot, and it might just save my one of my creature at some point. Hopefully my opponent just stops playing gigantic flyers, though. It's starting to be really an issue now. Rage Reaver. Okay. Sure. Well, I cannot continue to play offensively now. So I guess I'm gonna play the guard. Well, maybe I should actually play the mastermind. So I need to keep 2 white around for bondage and mystic. Hmm. In the end, it doesn't actually really matter. Actually, I can play both guard and mystic. Yeah, I don't need blue for for anything. Yeah, so I'm just gonna run those out and pass the turn. My opponent has 1 card left in hand, and I think after I mean, we have a pretty equal board position here, so I would assume that with my Sift, I should be able to, you know, take the advantage, hopefully. So I'm gonna block here, pump my creature, then bandage it, and hopefully I get a 2-for-1 here. And yeah, they might have, I don't know, Incinerate could be really annoying, but apparently it worked out. There aren't many tricks in this set, as I mentioned earlier on, and if this becomes like active, I can save my creature, which is also pretty great, as I drew a Griffin, which is a good one. Walled Griffin. Alright, so I think I can start to attack again. With both my Drake and my Guard, just because I have the Warden, which has been doing a pretty good job here. They can double block, but I would not mind trading my Guard for both of their creatures, so it's fine with me. As my opponent will just take 5, again, fine with me. The Lockstone and Mystic has been awesome, but Tappers are just great. And I think... an option would have been to attack with a Conclave too, but I don't think it's really necessary, and I kind of want to keep the blue mana for the Mastermind around, so they know about the bandage I'm gonna draw, so I'm not gonna be able to trick them again with that. Pretty much can deal with this air elemental there. And I'm willing to trade my Griffin for the Wind Reader if they attack. Am I? Or maybe they are just pretty dead if they... Actually, if they attack, they are dead on the next turn, so I'm gonna let that happen, most likely. Because they would take, like, 7 from my flyers, and then they need quite a bunch of other blocker, because I have some ground creatures too. So yeah, if my opponent is willing to attack, no problem whatsoever with me. I'm just gonna take 3. Pretty far from being dead, so I could also block with Wild Griffin and put them back in my hand before damage. That's still an option. But at this point I don't think they should attack, and I don't think they are actually very likely to attack. Next turn I will probably not attack with the Conclave if they don't attack, just because I cannot protect it. Because it doesn't have enough toughness, but both Griffin and Drake can be protected if I have Bandage and something else. A Lava Axe, alright, that's a good thing to know about, I guess. Anything I want to do end of turn? Well, I could put my Dehydratation back in hand to enchant the Air Elemental. That's a play. In It's not bad, but I think I have just better stuff to do with my mana. As long as I have that thing onto the battlefield, it actually doesn't really matter. Had they killed the Mystic this turn, I would do it, I think, but here I think it's actually fine. So yeah, I don't really have a kill here. I'm just gonna continue to apply pressure with my creatures. I guess my opponent can now block here, and I will, yeah, that's okay. Weird, they don't need to double block, because I will save my Drake over my thing, so they can just block with one creature and make the trade, yeah. So maybe I should just not have attacked. It's fine, I mean, I don't know, I could also save that and just let those trade. I really want to keep my Drake around though. It's my main way to apply pressure, so yeah. If they make that block, I'm just super happy. That's the best thing that could happen for me. Yeah, no problem. So I guess I'm gonna pump my Wild Griffin. So next turn, all my flyers are lethal, including my... Well, my safeguard is gonna be dead, but it doesn't really matter. I guess this is gonna be lethal if I have a Warden in the back. And now... And I have obviously the Conclave too. I'm just gonna sift, I think, no reason not to. I should have not tapped that many white though, because now I can keep Bandage around, which is kinda clunky. It will probably not matter, but yeah. Still not the best way to tap the mana here. And I think we got this one pretty well. I mean, my board is better, I have more cards in hand. I have protection against most stuff with my Mastermind too, which is quite great. So yeah, we got there. Sweet. Yeah, the Loxodon did an amazing job that game. So blue-red, rather aggressive deck, I would call that. I think I want my Commando, since they have islands. I'm gonna cut Twitch, it's probably just one of the weaker cards in my deck. So they could bring in a bunch of bounce spell to deal with my pacifism, but they only saw dehydration, so maybe not, I don't really know. From what I've seen, I don't think there's anything else I want to change. I don't think they showed any aura, right? Or maybe I'm missing something? No, I don't think so. They are playing Lava Axe though, so they are probably pretty aggressive, and I should worry about that, I guess. But I think with my curve, I should be able to take on most aggression. But my deck last game did just exactly what it's supposed to do, which is cast some decent creature, get to some sort of pretty even board, or board stall, or slight advantage, and then draw more cards to just win the game. I guess I did not really need the sift, but it helped. It made sure that, you know, I was really ahead. My hand is kinda slow, but it's not the worst. I mean, I have a 3-drop unblockable creature, most likely. I'm lacking white, but I could draw white at some point. Cloud Elemental was a good one, and I think those cancels should give me... sorry. Yeah, they should give me some white at some point. I'm just gonna play the Elemental here. I guess I could have played my Plains. This way, if I draw another one next turn, I can play Useful Knight with Bandage backup, but I would most likely just play the Commando either way, so it doesn't really matter. I think I want to keep Bandage in my hand, so this way, if they want to attack with the Drake, I can maybe trick them and get a 2-for-1. I mean, in my mind, Bandage was more of a filler, but those game it has been like really sweet. It provided me with you know, a 2-for-1, and here they did not stack, which might be linked with the fact that I showed Bandage. The Crab could be really an issue if there is a combo, which I'm not sure about, but there might be. I'm gonna cancel here, no reason not to, and you know, start get my card advantage going. So I guess I'm just gonna beat down with the Island Walker. If they don't want to attack, I'm just not gonna. Oh, they don't have an island yet. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Well, it did not really matter because this would not really block anything. But yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention, which should have been much more dangerous later on. They might just avoid playing any island for a few turns. I think none of my 2 ground creatures do anything on that board. I don't really need pacifism yet, so I think I'm just gonna stand there with my bandage. You know, if my opponent just doesn't do anything, I will eventually... Alright, they attack with everything. So I guess I'm gonna intend to trade here and try to save my thing with bandage. It might not work. If they have Incinerate, it's pretty much the worst case scenario because I get 2 for 1. Beacon of Destruction. Ooh, that thing is pretty broken. Alright, that's gonna be quite hard to beat. In general, I mean the card in general, and my opponent 2 for 1 me here, which is not exactly what I wanted, obviously. Okay. Well, alright, so I guess the commando is attacking. And I guess I kinda need to... This card should be really good though, because if they are playing Lightning Axe and stuff like that, that thing is gonna do a very good job. The crab is not really threatening. I guess this cannot block the crab very well though, so I should probably play... I should probably just pacifism the Drake and keep Cancel around, because none of my ground creatures do a whole lot, and I don't really need to cancel yet. I'm gonna take 3, but there's not a whole lot I can do. I could play the Invoker, but it's just gonna block the crab, which doesn't accomplish a whole lot. I don't really care about that Piker. And someone was a good draw. Alright, so yeah, let's play the Invoker and pass the turn with Cancel and Unsummon backup. So yeah, the Cloud Elemental is slightly annoying, but none of the ground creature my opponent has can attack. So and currently it's a pretty even race, I would say. A Warhammer, yeah, that's definitely getting countered. That thing is nearly undefeatable, so no way it enters the battlefield. Just no way. Ooh, they have negate? Twin cast. Alright. Well, that's an answer. Good news is that Unsummon is pretty good against Warhammer, but eventually this is gonna kill me. That thing is just too good. It's a bit like the rare they used to kill one of my creatures. This is the kind of card that are almost unbeatable. But we'll do our best. I have a fairly decent clock here. And I can start attacking with that since I will have the Warden around, so we'll see. I don't have that many ways to deal with the Warhammer though. I mean, I have 1 Unsummon, and after that it's gonna be really, really troublesome. Sure, I don't really want them to gain life, so I'm just gonna bounce that. And if they don't play anything, I'm pretty likely to just attack with everything but the Warden next turn. I will probably see what I draw first, but... Alright, well that's not great. I guess my Starlight dude is gonna be enabled pretty soon. I should have boosted something with the Warden. I guess I was not really paying enough attention here. But the hammer is gonna kill me. I mean, my opponent will gain 5 life each turn by, you know, just not doing anything. As, well, I guess if they equip here, I'm happy to trade, actually. Because when they have Warhammer, you pretty much want to make as many trades as possible. So it's fine with me. Obviously, their creature has trample, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. They are probably gonna play the crab. I'm gonna start getting 5 life each turn, but I'm never really gonna be able to raise this stuff. Kinda have to use that over sifting just because I'm at 5, so I die from the other dudes. Yeah, kinda annoying. Yeah, Warhammer is one of these nearly unbeatable cards in this set. there's just not a whole lot you can do. I mean, if you have a counter spell, it's great. You can counter it, but here, as you can see, well, they had an answer, so not a whole lot I could have done. So I can double block, but if I do so, I lose my. I would go to 8. I think I cannot afford to pay 8 each turn is away. Maybe I should just. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think my best shot is trying to get rid of all of their creature with removal and trades, and then eventually the Warhammer is gonna be useless. But yeah, if they just drop a creature each turn, I will not be able to do that. Alright, let's see if then hopefully draw some relevant stuff. Well, not so much. I've been drawing quite a lot of lands this game. I think I'm just dead. No, I'm not. Pretty close from being dead, though. Alright, Dehydration was a good one. I'm just gonna attack because I don't really want to block anything. Yeah. And go down to 1. Then Dehydrate, whatever. Oh, they don't equip. Not sure if it's a good news or bad news. Probably a bad news. Okay, they have Lava Axe. Alright, so they got me. Yeah, Warhammer is just nearly unbeatable. Like, my opponent would be straight up dead. I didn't had they that. Play that. Just because they would be at 0. But that card is just too strong. Yeah, just not too much I can do about that. I mean, my deck is not the worst against that card, just because I do have some removal, cancel, a bit of bounce spell too, so it's not the worst, but it's still kinda not good enough. I think I'm gonna replace cancel by a Twitch, just because Twitch is kinda good against the Warhammer and lets you race it, kind of. So yeah, we'll try it again, and hopefully we'll not face the the stupid Warhammer at the time. My opponents open some really sick rares that are very, very difficult to beat. Alright, that hand is pretty much perfect. You have very solid 2-drop into very solid 3-drop, and so on and so forth. Invoker should be good at some point. Yeah, it's a very fine hand. If they play a Piker next turn, it's slightly clunky because I don't really want to train my Safeguard for a Piker. They should they will probably not block just because they saw 2 bandage. I don't know. It's such an easy 2-for-1 for me that, I don't know, it feels like they would not block, but they might. Yeah, they did not block, which I think is a good play. Fisher was a very good draw. If they play a Cloud Elemental next turn, it's slightly clunky, because it's gonna block most of my flyers, and there's just nothing I can do, and yes, they did play that. I'm gonna make the trade, I think, am I? No, actually not, because this cannot block ground creature. Ooh, Pacifism, that was a sweet one. So I guess, instead of play the Fisherman, I will Pacifism and Invoker and be down for 4. That seems like a better use of my resources. And next turn I can play Fisherman and Conclave. And I do have a very decent, clock with my flyers there. Ooh, Artillery is very hard to beat. If I can apply enough pressure though, it's gonna be less useful, but it still is a pretty hard card to beat. I think I'm beating down with everything here. They could double block on my thing, which I would not mind. They can simple. Okay, sure. We'll trade. I think I do have enough flyers and enough pressure here, though, that to make the artillery not too good for them. I mean, still very good card, but the drawback is real. And my opponent can use it. Well, they are probably gonna take 4 next turn no matter what. Oh, they play nothing? They have the beacon, probably, I would assume. I think I'm gonna start off the turn with a council. They could twin cast it, I guess. And yeah, I'm gonna go for, you know, an attack with everything. So I think what is gonna happen is that no reason to attack with that. I don't think so. I cannot bluff anything. I think 2 of my flyers are gonna die. They probably have a beacon on one of them, and then 2 damage on another. Or maybe they just don't have anything. Ooh, that's really bad for my opponent. So now, if they don't have a flyer, they are actually dead next turn, because either they take 4, yeah, they didn't add any flyer. Alright, we got there. Slightly worried about the artillery. Again, very, very strong card, but we managed to apply enough pressure to be good. Sweet. Hope you enjoyed this round, and see you guys for round 2.